Hey kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. Extremely busy day today. I had gone out and picked up 3 units earlier. This Echo blower with the Brute and the Turo. I picked up those first thing. Neighbor brought these weed whackers by for me, gave them to me. He said, I know you sell, do you fix? I said, sure. He says he's got a Turo GTS recycler that won't start. I said, bring it over. You're giving me 3 units. I'll fix your Turo for no cost. So I'll do a full service on his, sharpen the blade, oil change. I think it may have a carb issue. It doesn't want to start. So I'll be busy with those fine beauties when I get around to it. Like I said, 2-cycle isn't my specialty, but we'll see what we can do. So back to these units. This was a package deal. This is the scrapper that delivers. So we got the Craftsman, the Bolins, and then he brought a bunch of extra stuff. 2 safety brake cables. I told him to start saving bags, so he brought me 4 bags. A couple of side chutes, some zippy ties, air filter, engine red paint, and a couple of blades. The first 2 piles are rider mower. The last one's a 21-inch bow tie in good condition. So I'll use the bow tie. So just figuring out a price for him. I said 100. He said that's what I was thinking. So he's happy, I'm happy. This Craftsman actually ran, and he started it out in the street, drove it into my yard, seemed to be self-propelling. Let's look at this one first. There's some discrepancies with it, which we'll address. So this isn't a bad looking 2014. I looked at the engine ID. It says made by MTD. Looks like a Chinese label. I'm sure it's a Chinese engine. You guys know more about the China stuff than I do. So whoever had this had a cat. You can see the bag here sunken in. It looks like a cat's been sleeping on this. A lot of cat hair, and it's pushed in. So the deal with this one is the safety brake cable's wrong. It's got a regular push mower safety brake cable on it, way too short. It cuts across the whole unit right over the bag, barely any room, and then over to the linkage. It shouldn't be cutting across the engine like this. These Craftsman have an extra long safety brake cable. What it should be doing is traveling down this tube and then across and then over to the linkage. It should not be doing what it's doing, but it does start the unit. It's just not the right cable for the for this model. I got to look up the model number and do some research. The tag's falling off. figure out what the replacement cable is going to be. So first, let's look at the oil. Like I said, it started. Look at the condition of the air filter. Whoever had it thought more was better, but this case it's double filled. It's way up here past the top hole. That extra quart of oil is not helpful at all. So I'm surprised it's not pouring out of some orifice being so overfilled. Air filter. Not bad. Pre-filter still in place, which I'm surprised about. There's some writing on here. I don't know, production writing when it came out of the production line. Don't know what any of that means. Maybe the person that gave it the final inspection writes it on the air filter cover so they can give him hell if anything breaks. I'm going to leave that off because I don't want to break it. It's not going back on very well. I don't know what the story is. Fit and finish is poor. Okay, this is just a pull and go. Let's see what's going to do. Didn't do that when he started it. Sounds like needs a carb clean. So it looks like Craftsman copied the Turo personal pace. This is my stride. How coincidental. They even put pace control system. Have not run across these my stride, but it sure resembles the Turo setup. Push down on the plastic here and the unit moves. I wonder if there was any litigation with that. There we go. Fitted the filter first. So I may need to work on this thing anyhow. It's not running. not running the way I want it to. Full gas tank. I looked at the carb underneath. It looks like a Honda style carb with the drain on the bowl. Maybe air filter had something to do with it. I need another pull rope on it too. It only pulls over one revolution. The pull rope's been cut and shortened. That needs to be extended. Let's move over to the Bolins next. Let me get that in the lineup. I had already messed with this one and put the wheels in the lowest position to give it the greatest deck height. So I did that first before I got you kids to come out. So let's look at the oil, fuel, filter, and see what this one's going to do. 2016 Bolins. A lot of oil in this one too. I could open up an oil refinery with all this extra oil. Gas and filter. It's got the magic filter, the one that doesn't exist. So this could be an issue. A lot of buildup here. I'm sure the carburetor's snotty. A little bit of gas in it, enough to get it to start. So why don't we do that? Just prime it and see if this thing's going to kick off on its own. If not, nitro. We didn't get shit. So with it being overfilled, this might be part of the issue here. All the oil accumulated at the bottom of the cover here and all the dust got trapped. So let's nitro this Bolins. That should do it. That would indicate a partially blocked jet. It did want to run there for a few seconds and then finally crapped out with fuel starvation. So we're going to find a partially plugged up jet. I was crossing my fingers it was going to keep running, but not lucky today. I've rectified a few of those recently where you just give it some happy juice. It's been sitting, it just needed that extra kick in the pants, and the stupid machine keeps running. So I was hoping for that kind of success on this 2016 Bolins. Just for the fun of it. Maybe 20% block jet. What do you kids and cadets think? And snot in the fuel, water possibly. Who knows, but it's not as smooth as it needs to be. Can't really see anything in the tank. So overall, I'm happy. I was surprised the Bolins did what it did. We finally got it to keep running with some persuasion. Some nitro. Anyway, thanks for coming out. I'm happy with this $100 deal. This turned out to be a good deal. I also got a Predator engine from him, a side shaft. It looked like somebody had bought a new engine, stuck this old one in the Harbor Freight box and put it out at the street. So it's a complete Predator side shaft, horizontal shaft engine. So if I ever stumble upon any Predator machines that need parts, I'll have a complete donor engine ready to go. So appreciate you kids and cadets coming out. Like I said, big day today. Got a lot of projects here to work on. I'm happy with all of them. It turned out to be a good day. Now I just got to get busy, shake a leg, and fix all this crap on 4 wheels. If you kids are having a great day, I'm having the best day. Thanks for coming out. Come back and see me.